everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Man-to-Man Podcast, the podcast with men. This is Season 5, Episode 6, and so we are super pumped that you are with us today. Hopefully, we don't say anything too wild, but no guarantees, because today on the show we have student pastor Joseph Falcioni and our leader Patrick Dean for the win.
Noticeably absent.
Yeah.
Is the supervision.
Yep.
Today. For those of y'all that figured out last week that we now have a video option of the podcast available for you, and you're watching this week, you'll notice that we have a man missing.
There's no one there.
Dr. Dan is out.
Dr. Dan.
And while the cat's away, the mice shall play.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just made reference to it, but if you're still listening on the podcast audio versions, some of you have requested, and we are finally up and running with a video option for you. So that'll be available on the Taylor Road YouTube channel. Maybe if y'all start watching a little bit more, we'll get a Man-to-Man Podcast YouTube channel established.
It'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're ready.
Oh, yeah, we're ready to go.
What's on your mind? Back. I don't know that we have any new questions in the pile.
Yeah, because you put in a bunch a while ago. We've just been kind of going through them.
I'm not sure we've done one of mine.
I think also, like, I haven't put one in because I haven't had a sheet of paper. I need
I think we ran out of the paper.
I need to get some more.
We got many weeks left, though, right there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pick?
Also, yes, but I do need to... we are still open to your suggestions. We just don't know how we're going to get them. And this is, now we can't even just make fun of Daniel for not managing to get a suggestion box out, because we also found out this week that the email address that we were been telling people to email for like 2 or 3 years on the podcast doesn't actually go anywhere. So if you have been emailing men@taylorroad.org, let's try a different route.
Keep doing so, and we will figure that out.
Yeah. In the meantime, you could email either Matthew@taylorroad.org, or we do have a form on the app.
Yes.
You go to Connect, you go to Man-to-Man, you scroll down just beyond the header, there's a form where you can submit any question you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So there's another option for you. We still got, 5-6 more episodes left to go. So we still want to hear from you, and we may just do like the last 2 episodes of whatever gets submitted at this point that we can do, and hopefully they won't
whatever they've submitted,
time bound.
Yeah.
And if they are time bound, we might just do them anyway. And then how do we think about this 5 weeks later?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right.
Let me grab one.
And you do it.
Grab the farthest
Here
one.
we are. He is unwrapping a green sheet of paper that has been there for 4.5 weeks now.
Yep. All right.
Is it still not mine?
Who will the final 4
It's straight up
of
not.
the CFPB?
I think Penn State. Clemson?
Vanderbilt.
Gosh, at this point.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
So the final 4 of the college.
Where are we at now?
Yeah,
pull it up
the
where we're at now.
rankings. I can't believe we don't have the TV on today, Matt.
No, I've been busy.
Yeah, it's all right. I think I can do this rather quickly. We're going to our... Oh, that's the baseball. Here we go, rankings. So currently, as of today, October 6th, our top 4 are Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Mississippi, Ole Miss.
What does this world come to?
Let's
what is
go.
even happening?
Ole Miss.
Now,
what is
What's up,
happening?
Rebs?
I do need to bring this up because the question
That fires me up, though.
is, who are the top 4? Right?
Yeah, the top 4.
The final 4. Oh.
The final 4. This is like the
final
end.
4.
Final
So-
4.
The final 4.
After we go from 12 down to 4. is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Right? Because we now have the 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
who of those four will not be in the Final Four?
Ooh.
Miami looked good against Florida State.
Miami looked good. I don't, as much as I love the Rebs, I don't think Ole Miss is going to be in there.
I think Ohio State will definitely be in there. They just always end up going.
Yeah.
I think
Probably Notre Dame will probably be in there.
trying to look even beyond it. I don't know. I really don't know.
I was waiting to see how long that was going to take.
I was doing mental math, and you throw that in there. Do you know that Ohio State is averaging giving up 5 points per game?
Jeez.
Now,
Oregon.
I need to be clear on this. They haven't played anybody, right? Like Washington is maybe the worst extent of the game that they've had. They played at Washington a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But 5 points per game is pretty spectacular.
Pretty dominant. Where's Texas now?
They are finally not ranked. No. I mean, finally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, they're not ranked.
Right, like
Do you want us to walk through the top 10 right now? Or?
Well, not necessarily. I just don't have my phone in front
now,
of me.
and you say like Notre Dame's making the college football playoff.
Is it going to be based off of just who the
very
top 12
likely
are?
will.
Is this how it's going to work now?
Because they're currently 16th. Let's go through their remaining schedule.
Yeah, the problem is they don't play marquee big games.
Yeah.
One or two a year.
But they're never punished for it either.
And they're never punished for their losses.
So they've got their remaining, they've got NC State, USC at home. They have Boston College, that's a 1-4 team. They've got Navy, might be their biggest matchup remaining at 5-0. Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford.
Yeah, they're good.
So if they win out, right? So we go back to the standings. If they win out, right, Michigan's not moving up. Like Michigan's not going to keep moving up. They're going to drop some more games. They're down. I don't see, right, currently in the top 14, just from the SEC, you've got Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss. Those teams are going to beat each other up, and we're going to lose 3 or 4 of them. So Notre Dame's going to make it.
Is it just like...
And if they make the top 12, will they make...
So is that's how they're doing it? The top 12 will be the 12 teams in...
Oh, no.
Yeah, how is it? How are they...
it's a selected 12.
Yeah, so it's it's the top 4 of the Power 4 conferences, or the conference champion of the Power 4 conferences.
Okay.
Then the top seeded of the group of 5 conferences, as long as I think they're above like 25 or something. If they're there, they get in there, and then they're at large. So you've got 5 basically guaranteed spots. Mm-hmm. I'm also basing this off of what I remember from last year, and I think they're working on tweaking some of it.
Yeah, I think they were going to tweak it. I don't know either.
But
I don't work in that world.
But 7 at large, right? You're not going to get 8 SEC teams.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's... Okay. Because if it was just the top 12, then whoever the top... Like, there could be, like, multiple SEC teams, like, as there is right now.
Yeah. But again, they haven't... Right.
Who would be one of the top non of the Power 4 conference teams right now that's in the top 25?
I mean, Memphis is still 6-0. Memphis has got a real shot.
Yeah, they're way down there, though.
They are, but if they keep winning, they'll be the highest ranked non-Power 4. BYU is 5-0. But they're in the Big 12 now. Is that right?
Are they?
I think so. Yeah, they're the Big 12 now.
They are the Big 12. Yeah. Okay. What about? Let me see.
So we agree that Ole Miss probably not going to make the Final Four.
Yep.
I mean, I'd love them to, but I don't see it.
But we think the other three.
I think making the
OSU,
playoffs.
What about Indiana?
Miami, and Oregon. Do we think that they are
Who's that?
OSU, Miami, and Oregon?
I feel like they're definitely in the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But are they
To the top 4, though?
Are they going to stay in the top 4? Are they going to be in the Final Four?
I mean, I think it'll be Ohio State. I think
it'll be Ohio State, too.
I'm going to say Ohio State, Miami.
Miami
There's
doesn't
gotta
have
be
anybody left. They're playing big.
One SEC team. I don't know who it's going to be. I mean, I would love to say Alabama, but who knows?
I mean, based off of the football that I've seen to date, it's A&M or Alabama.
They didn't look great. They won.
I think that it's hard for us to get past the Vandy of old. So when you say they didn't look great, I say they struggled but finished against a really good Vanderbilt team.
Who are we talking about?
Bama, or you're talking about
Bama.
A&M?
Talking about A&M.
Again, same thing. I think it's the same scenario. I think their offense is struggling, but I think that
State
Mississippi
looked
State
good.
team is a better team.
But they couldn't sustain.
Yeah.
Right. They just couldn't sustain where I think A&M could. But it's hard to play at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the hardest places to go in.
I actually think that Mississippi State outperformed on the road in College Station.
Well, they still got beat.
Oh, yeah. And it ended up being fairly decisive, too.
Yeah.
I think we got to have at least one SEC team in the top 4.
Yeah.
Like, at least one. There has to be at least one.
That's fine.
How's the SEC championship going to shake out this year? Because we don't have the conference.
It's the
like
top
before.
2 seeds. So
So there could be 2. Then I'm going to say there'll be 2 SEC teams.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like.
in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Which ones?
Yeah.
Which
Because
ones?
I mean, like we could have 4 SEC teams make the playoffs.
You could. Yeah.
in theory. We
Would
had
they? Are
3
there going to
last
be
year.
SEC teams in each of the 4 brackets that go together?
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how they'll do the.
So we got 3
Could
last
you have
year.
4 SEC teams as the Final
and we had 1 in the Final Four.
You know, if you have a 1-loss Alabama or a 1-loss A&M,
Do Alabama and A&M play each other this year?
not in the regular season.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So one of them would have to be a 2-loss if they played the SEC championship, depending on how.
Yeah.
I don't know if they play that.
Not necessarily. I mean, if A&M wins out, they'd be undefeated playing Alabama. Alabama beats them. You got 2 1-loss SEC teams.
Does Georgia play A&M?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Pull it around.
That's the problem now is I don't
We
know
got
what all the schedules
Georgia,
are.
Auburn, Georgia, Ole Miss, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi State, Georgia, Texas, Georgia, Charlotte, Georgia, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, so no.
So if they end up being a 1-loss team,
That's a good point.
so if A&M, Alabama, and Georgia are all 1-loss teams, one of those will not play in the SEC championship, but
Okay.
will probably make it in.
They could probably
playoff.
make, yeah.
So let's go through A&M's remaining schedule and see who's going to be the loss there. Okay. So they have this coming week, they have Florida at home, so in College Station. Then they've got Arkansas. Be on the lookout for that one. Then LSU.
Yeah, see, that's a tough team.
That
Yeah.
one. See, the LSU one is
Third, yeah.
in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough game.
If LSU finds any semblance of an offense, that could be a tough game. Then they have Missouri. Missouri's always one of those, like, we don't know if they're for real, and in all likelihood, they very well might be. Then you got South Carolina, Sanford, and Texas. So I think we probably agree
So,
there's 2 games that they've
games
got to be on the lookout for.
Yeah.
And they have a bye in between those 2 games.
And what's their record as of now?
They're 5-0.
5-0. LSU's 4-1, Missouri's 5-0.
So let's say they drop one game.
Yeah.
Mississippi is 5-0, right?
They're 5-0. Yep.
Yeah.
It could be a SEC top four.
It could. Well, if they place SEC teams in each of the four brackets, they could.
It could be.
No, because they can't all four get the top seeds. So
But
they
you,
would
but you
eliminate.
said that the last half are just going to be selected.
Yeah, I just don't.
They're going to have to leave out a good team for a bad team.
Yeah. They'll do that.
No.
Yes.
They could not. You couldn't leave out. You couldn't drop or overlook a one-loss SEC team for a four-loss whatever team just because they're the best in their bracket.
Let's say that Michigan somehow gets through the rest of that with only 2 losses. Like,
You're going to put a 2-loss
They will.
Michigan over a 1-loss SEC team.
they will.
See that?
I promise they will. Especially
that
if we're
point-
talking about like 5 SEC teams versus 3 Big Ten teams at that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just, it's just not the playoff then. It's still just a selected.
I think they should just. I wonder if they should just make it like top 12. Like if you're in the top 12 at the end of the season.
Yeah, but
just like
then
you're
it's
in.
still a selection, right? Then they just go back to.
I mean, if you're
we
5-0,
rank
obviously
them the way that we want to rank them to make sure we get the 12 that we want.
Okay, that is fair.
How did the pros do it? How do the pros do it?
The pros have divisions that they have to win, or 3 wild card slots, 2 wild card slots that they get in. So you could do right if I think they're going to a 16-team playoff next year. So if they did that. They could
college football?
Yeah.
Dang, I'm so out of.
So I think
big.
I think it's next year, but so they could go to that.
You need to keep big.
They got your 4 group of 4s. They could go to 2 automatic qualifiers from each of those. That's your 8, and then essentially go to 8 wild cards. And if you've got to do your Power 4 conferences, and then if you had to do 1 group of 5, now you're at 9. Then you could do 7 wild cards. But how do you select those wild cards? They're still going to have to be
You're
some
saying they're still going to have to be
process.
like a.
Yeah. I don't know. The architecture in my head I can't put it all together.
No,
But
because it's the only sport where we don't have, college athletics requires some group of selection because we don't have a structure that we've all agreed to that's like, it'll be based off of record, and then it'll be based off of common opponents and how many
what you could
tiebreakers do we get through before we get.
what you could do is you just create your AFL and your NFL leagues. You could have your SEC and then your USA, which is just everyone else. Us against the world, baby.
Okay, a part of me, the part of me kind of likes the thought of an underdog team getting a chance. I don't know why. There's a part of me that does like
You
that.
watched Indiana play last year, and you're like, maybe this isn't the best solution, right? Like, and I get it, Indiana won, but this is the same argument with Florida State a couple of years ago, where it's like, well, they beat everybody on their schedule. It was like, correct, that wasn't saying much, Notre Dame, and you just lost your starting quarterback. Oh, by the way, and your backup quarterback, so you're on a third-string quarterback, and we just watched your offense could barely score 6 points in a game. Now, your defense was good enough. But nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to watch a team. Right. It's the same complaint we have every year when the 3 times I think that there's been an NFL team with a losing record, but they won their division, so they're in the playoffs, by the way. They're 3-0 in those wild card rounds in those games.
But
And it's
they've
because
never
it just
won
feels
the
like
Super Bowl, though.
No.
Yeah.
But they got in.
Yeah.
They got their chance because they met the criteria. And it just feels like they didn't earn their way in. Right? That's what we have a problem with it because we're like, this is no good. We don't want to see, like, there's a team with 11 wins that didn't get to play because you got to play or whatever the scenario is. So,
Yeah, well, that's true. You got to win your division. And if you got 2 11-win teams in one division, one of them's going to knock the other one out. And then, yeah, a 7-win team will step in there somehow or another.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things where I'm just thinking there's got to be a way to implement a actual deserved method, because we don't have the divisions in college football to enable that.
So you've got, let's take the NFL example. We've got 32 NFL teams, and I think 7 from each conference makes the playoffs. Okay. Now, if we did in college football, we adopted a 2-league format. You had, the Mason-Dixon Bowl, where the Big Ten, the northern half of the Big Ten, the northern half of the ACC, and the Big 12 split up, and the SEC picked up, TCU, Texas Tech, Houston, SMU, Miami. In total, you're looking at probably 30 team leagues.
That's
too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too many.
And then how do you figure out which 8 teams from each of those plays in a 16-team playoff?
Yeah, because you got 32 NFL teams and you've got, 160 college football programs?
142, I think.
Or 140? Okay, so.
What about I'm trying to think of the model that, I don't know about this. I just feel like I get the desire to have the 12 best teams, right? I get that. But there is something about the underdog. I don't know. Even if they get beat, giving them a shot, I don't know.
Well, I feel like in a college basketball playoff, you can get a Cinderella team that gets hot at the right time.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch them. I don't know.
Run.
And they might lose, but they get a shot at least.
Wasn't it Butler that did that 10, 12 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
No, it happens.
It was fun to watch.
I think, if I'm not mistaken,
but it's just not going to happen in football.
In college basketball,
you could do a one-off win,
but all the way.
But I don't think you could do 3 or 4 wins.
Well, this is it. If you go to the college basketball
Auburn probably
Final Four,
lucky.
You have, I think, all time the lowest seed to ever win is an 8 seed. So that's the top half of those teams to win it all. That's happened once, maybe twice. I think just once. So the odds of that happening are extremely low. And the chances of seeds that are outside of the top 6 making it to the Final Four are extremely low.
That's also because they're selective, right?
What do you mean?
And even who gets into the tournament to begin with, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 68 teams that get into the tournament.
And I know what you mean. You were talking about. I'm sorry, you were talking about college basketball.
Yeah,
still.
what I'm saying is that we love the underdogs, right?
Yes.
When you're cheering and you don't have a stake in the game,
even if you don't even know them, you're just like, that's a small
love
team.
the underdogs.
It's fun, yeah.
But it just doesn't happen. It's fun to cheer for.
It is.
Right? Go watch dodgeball, cheer for the underdog.
My thing is, I just think about all the different schools from different conferences that will never get a shot at the title. You know what I'm saying? Even if they were
get a shot at their division, at their
true.
Also, I want to point out how many of them decided to play D1 college football instead of D1 AA or D2. If you don't like that you don't have a shot for it, quit chasing the dollars and go down and being competitive in a league that you can be competitive in.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you're still taking $1 million paychecks to come take a whooping from
a big
major
SEC
college football teams during the regular season, you don't get much of an argument for we deserve a chance to be in the national title.
What about if you were to restructure, just throw this out there, soccer, okay? The Premier League over in Europe. right?
Oh, you want them to have to play in or they get bumped down?
Yes. I'm just thinking through this. I'm just being serious. Like you have like obviously a majority of SEC teams would be in that the top level.
Well, I mean, like
and
Kentucky
you kind of
would not be in all.
That's
the
what I'm
time.
saying.
Yeah,
Like
they
you would like
get knocked down.
you and restructure college football according to like level tiers.
Yeah.
So if you are an underdog team and your sights are further, you're gonna have to, just like in soccer in Europe, you have to over years build to that point, make it to the next level, work your way up that ladder, make it to the next level. And like, it does happen. They switch out, you know, and I don't know, would that be something that would be kind of cool? And
As much as
That is a very creative.
I thought that would be fun.
The creativity of it.
There's too much money.
Not only that,
but there could be more. I mean, like, I don't know.
I feel like I have to be the bastion that stands in the gap to prevent soccer from permeating anything to do with football.
It's just the structure, not even the game. It's just the structure. USA against the world.
Yeah. No, we can't allow that kind of nonsense and chaos to get involved in.
All right. Well, let me change the subject a little. Just we're going to skew a little.
We've been going for a while.
What will be the first non-U.S. city to host or to be the home base for an NFL team?
The first non-USA team?
I mean, the quick answer would be Toronto, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that, or
Didn't Buffalo almost move to Toronto?
one of those Canadian cities, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Montreal, maybe.
Yeah, the travel is too.
I don't think it would go. I mean, you couldn't. Yeah, if it was anywhere else, really, then
What if
Mexico's not.
you created a European league?
They had a European league like 20 years ago.
That wasn't an NFL.
You're saying create another.
There was an NFL European league, like heavily sponsored by the NFL.
Was there?
Yeah,
Well, I don't even recall that.
yeah.
20
So are
years
you
ago.
saying put an NFL team in Europe, and then they would have traveled to the continental U.S. to play?
Or teams have to travel there, so they would travel here twice a year, maybe, and then
Yeah, I mean,
they're
if
already
there's money
traveling over there.
invested, like,
They're
I
doing
mean-
it. They do it. They've already done it 3 times this year.
Yeah, it's a disaster. No, listen.
It might be a disaster, but
No, even Mexico City might be too far south. Like if you look at the splits of teams
Well-
that travel
Mexico.
the reason's not too.
across, like if you look at East Coast teams and West Coast teams,
Oh, I know. No, I
the
know.
travel splits on just that, and that's a 3-hour time difference.
Yeah, I get it.
Like it's brutal.
Yeah.
It would have to be a Canadian city.
And you see this too. I think you see this. And of course, we only have a year and a half of the stats on this, but I think you're going to see it bear out. With
Well, I know
the big-
Australia has leagues,
the Big Ten.
football leagues.
Yeah, Australian rules football is a different thing.
No, I'm not saying rugby, but I'm saying
That's not rugby either.
so. But I'm saying like they have football.
We have a Canadian football.
There's a Canadian football league.
yeah, true.
I don't know if there's a European football league. I don't. I
It's
don't
called
follow.
soccer.
Maybe we could start one in the Middle East. You know, we've been implementing a lot of things over there.
Put one right
yeah.
smack in Dubai. Just a
Yeah.
giant.
Just have the
football
Russian
stadium.
team, Russian and Serbians. Could you imagine those guys playing football? They're already scary playing basketball.
Also, could you imagine a January game in Canada?
No, like Moscow.
Just
Dude.
like no. No.
No.
If it happens, it'll be a Canadian team, and it'll be,
Yeah.
and it won't be like it'll be Vancouver, maybe Montreal,
Yeah.
but Toronto. It's going to be one that
Alabama, unfortunately, will never have a team.
No.
Atlanta's too close. New Orleans is too close.
Nashville's too close.
Nashville's too
It's
close.
true. We're surrounded. Yeah.
And there's just not enough population.
Yeah, we don't have a big enough population center.
Yeah. I would love it though. If they
It would be pretty
if they
cool.
created an actual NFL team,
It would have to be Birmingham.
I would
it
buy-
have
I
to
would
be
buy
that.
How many of those?
Year one, I
what
would
is
buy
it?
in.
The Birmingham Stallions, or
Yeah.
How many of those games you go to?
well, that wasn't NFL. That was
He goes, stop trying to trap me.
no. If it was an NFL team,
Don't
an
tell me.
actual NFL team, yeah. But I tell you what, I did follow. The St. Louis Battlehawks. I followed the Birmingham Stallions. Like, I followed the games. Like, I followed how they went. But no, I didn't go to any of those games.
I think the only shot would be like another. I don't think we could start a program from scratch. It would have to be like another program moving. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't see the.
I really just thought our Bammer was bringing that up, and he was going to be like, "Well, we can't have an NFL team because we already have one in Tuscaloosa."
Oh, no way.
That's what I thought he was going with on that.
Listen, here's the thing about NFL, and this is what I love about the NFL. You can take a Jets team that is terrible.
Yeah.
And you can beat a good team.
Yeah.
And you could do that almost any week.
You could bring the Jets practice squad team in and beat like 9 out of 10 times are going to beat any college team.
Well, no, I'm saying you could take a Jets team, a bad Jets team, and beat another NFL team.
Yeah.
Because those are NFL caliber players.
Oh yeah, they're still professionals. Yeah.
And they may be one loss. I mean, a one-win team.
But they're still.
And they're doing bad.
Yeah.
But they could jump up and beat an undefeated team just because they want to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of NFL losses, I feel like, are plans, scheming, coaching, and execution. It's not the player ability. Now, I do think you do have levels of abilities in players. Yeah. But, I mean, it's still an NFL team. They're still paying those guys a lot of money.
To your point, right, after yesterday, there's no winless or no undefeated NFL teams left. Yeah. And the only winless...
That makes sense, you know?
The only winless team is the Jets.
The Eagles blew it yesterday. Yeah. Started the fourth quarter 17-3.
Yeah, but the Buffalo did too against the Patriots.
I fell asleep. I turned that game off at like 8:30. What was the end of that game? I didn't even look today.
23-20.
Oh man,
the Patriots came back.
Yeah, and it's what Buffalo gets for wearing those stupid uniforms.
Yeah, they tried to do a whiteout. Yeah, they don't need to do that.
It's completely wrong.
Yeah, well, and they turned the ball over 15 times probably between the two teams. No lie. Like, I know I saw 5 turnovers in that game. But anyways, what I'm saying is, yes, I think you could take any NFL team and beat every college team, but I think you could take a bad NFL team and beat a good NFL team because the level of talent that those guys have. But so I would never say
4 turnovers in that game.
Yeah, it was unreal. And they were like back-to-back turnovers.
Just fumbles too. Like, that's what's even worse. Only one interception between all of those.
They were back-to-back. It was like one play and then the next play. It was awful. But yeah, man, the Eagles ticked me off yesterday. Just had it in the bag, you know? And then Bo stinking Nix.
Did that make it worse for you?
Yes, it did. Because you had Bo Nix out there. But, you know, hey.
On to victory.
Bless them. They did great. And as Jalen Hurts said, we'll learn from it. Stupid. You're smart enough.
There we have it. From it. I don't know who we settled, if we settled on who the Final Four would be in that discussion.
I don't think we did.
But we covered it all.
We tried to redesign the entire college football
team. 2 SEC teams.
That's all right. There you go. I think one of y'all said 4 SEC teams.
I'm just saying the potential.
He said he could. It could happen.
You could
happen. Theoretically.
I'm going to go Ohio State, Oregon, Alabama, and A&M.
Oregon. Okay.
Yeah. I still think Oregon. I mean, I think Oregon's so good they beat Penn State twice.
Yeah.
Oregon beat Penn State so well that Penn State lost to a winless UCLA team. Like, Now, Penn State really might not be that good, and that's what we found out from that, so time will tell. But those are my 4, since that's what the question was. There we go.
Guess I'm going to answer it.
Episode 6 in the books. I'm sure Daniel is going to be disappointed that he didn't get to take part in this one, and we'll save one of these biblical theory ones for him next week. Check us out on the YouTube, y'all. Connect with us on the Taylor Road app. or get to us on the web at taylorroad.org/men. See y'all next week.